Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American currency. Today, I have an incredible story for you about a coin that looks like an ordinary 1-cent piece, but in reality, it's valued at a mind-blowing $585,345. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000 for a single penny from 1989.so. Grab your coin collections, sit back, and let's dive into the fascinating world of numismatics, where small coins can hold gigantic value. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change and realizing it could buy you a brand new luxury car, a house, or even set you up with financial freedom. That's exactly what has happened to lucky collectors who stumbled upon rare pennies like the 1989 Lincoln cent with unique errors and features. At first glance, it looks like just another penny. You see the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But not all 1989 pennies are created equal. Some of them contain incredibly rare errors that skyrocketed their value in the collector's market. And the most famous of them all is valued today at $585, $345. Let's go back to 1989. The US Mint struck billions of pennies that year, mostly from copper-plated zinc. Nothing unusual about that. But as every coin collector knows, when billions of coins are produced, there's always a chance of minting mistakes, and when mistakes happen, collectors pay close attention. Some of the most valuable coins in history are error coins. The 1989 penny is no exception. Now, you may be wondering, what makes a 1-cent coin worth over $500,000? The answer lies in rare die errors, double dies, center strikes, and other minting flaws. For example, some 1989 pennies were struck using the wrong die, creating a double die obverse where the lettering, numbers, or even Lincoln's profile appears doubled. Others have dramatic center strikes where part of the design is missing, but the coin is still perfectly preserved. These errors make the coin one of a kind, and collectors are always willing to pay top dollar for one-of-a-kind coins. But the holy grail of 1989 pennies is the double die error on the obverse combined with pristine mint state condition. When certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, these coins can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. One such coin has been sold for a whopping $585, $345. If you have a 1989 penny, don't dismiss it just yet. Here's what to look for: check the date and lettering. Look closely at the 1989 and the words. If you see doubling, you may have a valuable coin. Examine Lincoln's profile. Sometimes doubling shows on his face, ear, or collar. Look, center strikes. If the design is not centered but the date is visible, the coin could be worth thousands. Mint condition matters. Coins without scratches, dents, or wear are always worth far more than circulated ones. Even small errors can raise the price dramatically. While not every 1989 penny is worth a fortune, the rarest examples are indeed worth hundreds of thousands. Collectors from around the world flock to major auctions hoping to own one of these incredible coins. Some 1989 pennies with minor errors have sold for anywhere between $1,000 and $10,000. But the record breaker, minted in pristine condition with the rarest die error, took the spotlight by reaching that staggering $585,345 mark. Think about that for a second. A coin most people overlook, a simple penny, suddenly becomes more valuable than a Ferrari. That's the power of rarity in the coin collecting world. So, next time you check your pocket change or dig through that old coin jar at home, don't ignore the pennies. Your 1989 1-cent coin might just be the golden ticket to life-changing money. This is why we say on this channel, Rare US Coins is not just about collecting, it's about discovering hidden history and hidden wealth. If you enjoyed today's video and want to learn more about valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Rare US Coins. Welcome back to Rare US Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American currency and uncover coins that are worth way more than their face value. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most shocking discoveries in the coin collecting world. Imagine holding just a single penny in your hand, something that looks so ordinary and common, but in reality it has a market value of over $585,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin from the year 1993 has been valued at around $585,344. That is a life-changing amount of money for something you might not even think twice about if you saw it lying on the ground. Now, let's dive deeper and explore why this coin is so special and how it reached such an unbelievable value. The 1993 1-cent coin, commonly known as a Lincoln penny, was mass-produced like every other penny. Millions of them were struck at the U.S. Mint. But here is the twist. Among those millions of coins, there are a few that have minting errors, rare conditions, or unique qualities that set them apart from the rest. These rare coins are like hidden gems. They may look the same at first glance, but to a trained collector's eye, they can hold incredible secrets. One of the main reasons this coin is so valuable is its rarity. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. When only a small number of coins exist in perfect or unusual condition, collectors compete to own them. That demand skyrockets the value. The 1993 penny we are talking about is not just rare, but it is in almost flawless condition, which makes it even more desirable. Professional grading companies have confirmed its condition, and that's why it has reached a staggering value of over $500,000. Let's take a closer look at what makes coins like this stand out. First, there is the condition, also known as the grade. Coins that are shiny, well preserved, and free of scratches or wear can be worth hundreds or thousands of times more than an average coin of the same year. Second, there are minting errors. These are mistakes that happen when the coin is being produced. Things like double strikes, off-center designs, wrong metal compositions, or even missing details can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Lastly, historical significance also plays a big role. Some years and designs are more sought after than others. So, what does this mean for you? It means that you could have a valuable coin sitting in your pocket, in your piggy bank, or tucked away in a jar at home. The 1993 penny is a perfect example of why it pays to look closely at your change. Imagine finding one and realizing it is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That could be the discovery of a lifetime. Now, let's talk about how you can identify rare coins like this. First, always check the date and mint mark on your coins. Some mint marks are much rarer than others. For example, coins made in Denver or San Francisco can sometimes carry higher values. Second, pay attention to the details. Look at the edges, the lettering, and the images on the coin. Any mistake or unusual feature could indicate a minting error. Third, keep your coins in good condition. Storing them properly can protect their value. And most importantly, if you think you have a rare coin, always get it evaluated by a professional grading company before selling it. Collectors around the world are willing to pay top dollar for these hidden treasures. The coin market is strong, and values continue to rise as people realize just how limited and special these coins are. The 1993 penny worth over $585,000 is living proof that even the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. So, the next time you come across a penny, do not ignore it. Take a moment to examine it. Who knows, maybe you will be the next lucky person to discover a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Always remember, treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and their unbelievable values, make sure to subscribe to Rare US Coin. Welcome back everyone to another exciting video on rare US coins. If you are passionate about coins, treasure hunting, and discovering hidden value in everyday pocket change, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating story of a single 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors, enthusiasts, and even professional numismatists across the country. Believe it or not, the market value of this coin has reached an absolutely staggering figure of $585,343. That is right, over $500,000 for a simple 1-cent piece that most people would probably overlook in their everyday lives. The coin we are talking about today is the 2002 Lincoln cent. Now, you might be thinking, how can a coin from the early 2000s possibly be worth this much money when millions of these pennies were minted and circulated? The truth is that in the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and errors are what drive the value sky high. While most 2002D pennies are only worth face value, there are very rare varieties and special minting errors that make certain examples incredibly valuable. Imagine walking down the street, picking up a penny that someone dropped, and later finding out that the tiny coin in your hand is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the kind of dream moment every coin collector hopes for, and stories like this are exactly why so many people are getting interested in numismatics today. Let us take a closer look at why the 2002D 1-cent coin has become such a hot topic in the coin market. First of all, the D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Coins from this mint are known for their sharp details, but every now and then a batch comes out with striking errors or unique features. Collectors search tirelessly for coins with double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even rare transitional errors. A single mistake made during the minting process can turn an ordinary penny into a once-in-a-lifetime find worth a fortune. Now here is where it gets really interesting. Among the 2002D cents, experts have discovered examples that feature extraordinary minting mistakes, as well as coins preserved in nearly flawless condition that grade extremely high on professional scales. When such a coin enters the auction market, fierce bidding wars break out. Wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors all want to get their hands on these unique treasures, and the price can skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is exactly how one of these coins recently reached a market value of over $585,000. Think about it for a moment. A 1-cent coin, the smallest denomination in American currency, something most people barely notice or leave sitting in a jar, has become more valuable than a luxury car, more valuable than a house, and in some cases, more valuable than gold. That is the magic of rare U.S. coins. They remind us that history, rarity, and human mistakes can combine to create something priceless. For collectors who want to know what to look for, pay attention to details. Study the date, check the mint mark, and carefully examine both the obverse and reverse sides of the coin. Look for doubling in the lettering or numbers, unusual markings, off-center images, or even unusual coloring that could indicate a minting error. The tiniest detail can make the difference between an ordinary penny and one worth a fortune. One of the most exciting things about coin collecting is that treasures are still out there, waiting to be discovered. Millions of coins pass through people's hands every single day, and only the trained eye of a collector can spot which ones are truly special. Who knows, maybe the next person to discover a six-figure penny will be one of you watching this video right now. This is why I always encourage everyone to check their change carefully. Do not just throw pennies aside or ignore them. Take a moment to really look at them. Because that one small coin could change your life forever. The 2002D penny is a perfect example of how patience and knowledge can pay. A coin that most people overlook has shocked the world with its value, and the story behind it has inspired countless new collectors to begin their journey into numismatics. If you are serious about coin collecting, you know that it is not just about money. It is about history, preservation, and discovery. Each coin carries a story, and sometimes that story can be worth more than you ever imagined. Here on Rare US Coins, we bring you these fascinating stories to keep you informed, inspired, and motivated to explore your own collections. Whether you are a beginner just starting to check your pocket change or a seasoned collector with years of experience, there is always something new to learn and discover. So the next time you see a 2002D penny, do not just toss it aside. Take a closer look. It might just be the next six-figure treasure waiting to be found. Before we wrap up this video, I want to thank you all for watching and supporting Rare US Coins. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories about valuable coins, rare finds, and tips for collectors, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, treasure is everywhere, sometimes even in the smallest places. Who knows, maybe your pocket change is holding the next record-breaking coin. This has been another exciting episode of Rare US Coins.